Hello, friends! Can you believe that the week's almost halfway over? Because I can't. Feels like it's just started. Despite having done so much already. Basically, I'm ready for school to be done already. And it's only week 3! What a great thing! But yeah, hi, welcome. It's Wednesday, my dudes. More GrimGrimoire today. Because it's chill, and it's mellow, and it's a good afternoon game. That's about all I got for you, honestly. But that's fine. I hope everyone's doing good. Hope things are going well. I'm just gonna hop into it. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna make it happen. Let's just do it. Oh, hey, computer. Bring back my tabs, please. Thanks. Thanks. Hi, game. Trying to think of what happened last time. I don't remember. No, I do. I kinda do. I think we started another cycle and we've essentially kidnapped Amaretta. It's fine. Yeah, we did it so good. With the not with the cornlings. They were so bad. They're always so bad. But also, hi Travis, how's it going? Oh goodness. Alright.
I failed yesterday, so I ran away. But I think today is a good day.
I want Margarita to go away for forever.
If you fail, you'll burn at the stake. You should be desperate for your life.
Honestly, I don't remember if it was a good start or not. I think we were doing okay, and then all of the unicorns got decimated.
So she did sneak in. It must be because Ms. Opalnaria is not her usual self.
Oh?
Lilith, why are you here?
To beat your ass!
Actually, my goal was to free the Archmage too. I thought I'd help you. Really? You're one of us?
Not exactly.
Yeah, definitely,
but I need to talk to
100%.
him. Oh, by the way, I
Lilith.
have this grimoire.
That's the grimoire of the Morning Star. You had it? Then it is true. See, it's just like I said, Shirley. Today is a good day.
Margarita's an idiot, honestly. Honestly. Oh my gosh. It's fine. Oh no.
This isn't right. I only sense that you are our enemy. Danger nears our Archmage.
He's sharp. He could be trouble.
Just smack him.
Who are you? What is your goal?
Smack him with the book again.
If you choose not to answer...
Huh? Lilith! My body won't move! It's moving on its own!
Got a Hypnotoad situation over here.
Kill you and take the grimoire. I must borrow your body. For our Archmage. Oh. And if you say you are her friend, you should be careful. If you damage Margarita's runes or summon,
This is totally
you'll put her
fine.
life at risk.
Totally.
How could this be?
Oh shit. Okay, so I gotta protect Margarita. Gross. And destroy all of Opalnaria's runes? I guess we can do that. Are these Margarita's runes? That's the real question. Okay, do we have...
Morning Star.
It's about time.
We have Grimulgans, we have Skull Mages, we got Demons, got Imps. Not happy about where we're starting. I do appreciate that we have, like, a decent starting group. That's for sure. We're so open. We're so out in the open. Matt, it's not great. I think they're gonna be merciless anyway. You know. You know. Ooh, we only got the 2 boys. Okay, that's fine. Both of y'all go up here. Hey. No, I didn't actually want you to patrol just yet. I want you to go there. And then I want you to patrol here. And then, ladies. Thank you for the bubble, Travis. Oh. I want you to go here. No, oh, actually, no. I've changed my mind. I want one of you here. You're not, though, because you're not going where I'm telling you to go. Ugh. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. Okay, and then I guess defend there, I suppose. These boys can just be meat shields over here. And then... This is fine. This is fine. No problems at all. And the Fairy Death Squad. No. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Okay. Is this really what we want? Is this really what we want? Can we... Let's level that up. I am scared.
Jeez.
Jeez. They're so loud. So forceful. I know I don't need to rely on easy mode. Oops, all dragons. I want to get 2 dragons to kind of help defend the area, right? And then I think I want to summon a bunch of demons. Oh no, Fairy Squad is the easy mode. Is it? Is it though? Okay, I see. No, I think I want to try and summon a bunch of demons and then have a couple of morning stars to go around and leave the dragons at the base. Yeah? Are we cool with that idea? Because, like, now that we've got the second power-up for the demons, they're very fast and they're very powerful, and if I can get, like, 8 of them in a single run, we should be good. They're not particularly strong against necromancy, but that doesn't matter. It's fine. You don't need to be. We do have 1 too many imps, though. So maybe since we can have 65 buddies on the screen this time. I could do a couple of butt ladies as well, if need be. Okay. That's the last level up that we need for that. I might just go ahead and send these ladies out. Do we want to? I don't... no, we'll leave them there. It's gonna take a bit, just because we don't really have any mana. How much do you have? Nearly 4,000? Okay. 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 Could start demons! Get them, demons! Oh, that's bad. Okay.
Shining star.
Stop! Stop! Stop hurting them! Stop hurting them!
Shining star. I grant your wish.
Okay. Back down here, lady.
Grant your wish. Shining star.
Shining star. Need them to stop yelling. I could. What is over there? I'm gonna take. Yeah. Yeah.
Shining star.
This is correct.
Shining
You are
star.
correct. Yep. Gotta keep her alive while she attacks us.
Shining star.
Gotta love it.
Your wish.
Is there anything over here?
Grant your wish.
There's not.
Shining star. Grant your wish.
That's great. I kind of wish I had put that rune over here now, but, you know.
It's about time.
Oh, look at how fast our boys are. So quick. Okay, I am going to do a necromancy rune over here as well, so that we can get more mana. Yeah, I like that plan.
It's about time. I shall obey.
And then they can all patrol there. And then... Nya. Got our little kitty cats over there. I want to keep... I don't know if I want to keep them all. Is the thing. I don't know that we need all of them.
Shining star.
Okay, can I... Let's just go. Let's just start going. Let's start taking out some of these things. Can we get some more ghosts? Please and thank you. Oh no! Oh no!
Shining star.
Ladies, I'm gonna need you to come back up here. Alright. Why are you attacking our rune, you idiots? Oh my god. Why can I attack myself? That seems wrong. Okay, I love it when it only grabs the one. No. Where are you going?
Shining star.
This is already bad. I'm not gonna destroy her runes, but I'm definitely not gonna let her, like, ruin my day.
Shining star. I grant your wish. With the sunrise.
Please. Please.
I grant your wish.
This isn't great. This is not great. Travis, thank you for the contribution to the reading stream. Appreciate that.
Grant your wish.
Please, I need them to attack faster.
I grant your wish. With the sunrise.
I have no stock of stuff. Oh my god. I like how I was trying to stock up on more, and then it told me I couldn't. And then... Hey, do you want to go over there? Let's go back down here. And then... This isn't great. We do not love this. Don't love this. Can you stop?
Shining star.
I am upset. God, this sucks. Travis, what are you doing? Hey, friend. What's up? What are you doing down there? Okay. I don't... Oh, okay. No, I see what you're doing. Never mind. I understand. This is bad. Hey... This isn't great. Have they... Yeah, they're... Okay.
Shining star.
I just want these things to go away.
It's about time I shall obey.
Let's go ahead and get that dragon going.
Shining star.
Okay, these morning stars are gonna die. And that's gonna suck. But it is what it is, I suppose. We're gonna get a dragon roll soon, though, so that'll be nice. Please. Please. Next dragon. We got people lurking. You calling out lurkers? This is fine.
My lord,
Can I...
it's my honor.
No, that's too high up. Let's do that there.
It's my honor.
Stop hurting my rune! My god. Okay, I was gonna do not all dragons, but we're doing all dragons. They hurt my boy! Stop! Get out of here. And I can't summon another rune just yet because I don't have enough anything. Down you go, dragon. Let's make it happen.
My lord,
Dragon's gonna be fine. Dragon will do just fine. I am gonna get another rune, though. Can they all just not?
My lord, it's my honor. I swear by my soul.
And then we'll get them to patrol a little bit, you know, just for good measure. Good job, buddies. How's our little dragon doing down here? Not bad. It's not doing bad. Bruh. Are y'all gonna go get him? You are. Good job. Go get him. Stop! Stop! I just want my summons, okay? You know what? Actually, no. It's fine. They can travel a little further. They got this. My dragon's dead. Fantastic. Love that for me. And now they're gonna come up here and ruin our day. Loving that. Alright. Everything is awful. Never doing an all unicorn run. Not ever. Not ever. Please. Please. Please kill the imps. It's so dumb that I can't destroy Margarita's runes. Final vote is you are correct. God damn it. You're full of good puns today. More so than usual. Try this. I just want to not die because of Margarita. Like that's all I really want. Oh no, dragon. Okay, maybe I can't do it. They destroyed my the one rune that I actually needed. Stop. Okay. Ghosty's got that all taken care of. Do need a dragon just kind of here. I need a dragon to exist here. Should be able to summon another one here in a minute. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Please stop. Another dragon! Let's go! Make it happen! Oh, I think I saw a dude, and apparently he's not coming up to us? That's fine. He can stay down there. I want to summon more phantoms. They've been doing really good. Hey. Hey, turret? Hey, turret. Do you want to not attack me? Maybe? What is happening here? Hey, you should probably go finish killing that. Please. Another dragon. Go. Be free. Do a murder. Maybe, hopefully. I mean, we're definitely, I think we're closing in. The trick at this point is just to not come across any of Margarita's other runes. We just need to be done with this one. Gonna go ahead and summon another dragon, though.
Kitty cunt cock fuck. Hey, love you. Hope Emerald actually reads this Tilda one.
Hi, Jody. Thank you for the tier 1 sub, friend. Did they kill my dragon? Sorry, things were fine and now they're not? Things were fine and now they're not? One more month! One more month! It's gonna be great. Fuck, 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 no! Run away, Egg, please! Egg, go! Egg, go! Hi, Fruity. Hi, friends. I am upset. I am upset. I am upset. Stop killing my things, please. Just like the Travis, what has brought on all of these very good puns today? Okay, these are gonna live up here now, so that they can just take things out every so often. Good job. Oh, God. Everything is bad. Okay, you know what? I think from... I don't want to waste my time going there, but I need to... Stop. You know what? No. Continue on. You know why? Never mind. Fucking hell. But that was a fun surprise for Allie. Good job, Travis. It's been one of those days, hasn't it? She has a fucking dragon now! I am upset. Why is everything so bad? We're gonna have to start over. I've wasted 20 minutes because we've done it so bad. Okay, alright. We're just gonna restart. End battle, just gonna restart. No, you're right. I just...
This isn't right.
Shut up, Shirley. I'm gonna smush you with a fucking book.
Oh, if you did.
You can't do anything. Okay, you know what? God, zoom out, please. Chaos Nest.
Shining star. Shining star.
Can I get them to move? We're gonna go ahead and set up that whole situation. That whole situation we had going was pretty okay. We're gonna not waste any time this time. And we're gonna go ahead and start harvesting this one.
Shining
These ladies
with the sunrise.
are gonna defend here.
Shining star, I grant your wish with the sunrise.
Please,
grant
I
the
need you to
sunrise.
go where I'm telling you to go. Defend there and there.
It's about time.
Alright, and then patrol back and forth here. Thank you. Let's go ahead and get those imps started. Let's go ahead and level that up. And then we'll start getting more mana over here. And then we're just gonna dragon out. We're just gonna get a bunch of dragons. And it's gonna be good. I'm gonna get a bunch of dragons and we're gonna get a bunch of phantoms. And it's gonna be fantastic and perfect and nothing will touch us. They'll never be able to get us. Not ever. I'm gonna put these guys here? Here. Because they're meat shields. Also, 2 of these Grimalkins, they're just gonna hang out. They're gonna hang out up here now. Again, kind of just as a meat shield situation going on. Because it's not like they were helping us. Are you... Okay. Alright.
Shining star.
This is fine. Let's go ahead and level that up as well. I'm not gonna get nearly as many dragons as at the start as I would like to have. But, you know, I guess that's fine. You found a place for Bubs? Jody! That's very exciting. I love lag, because then I get to sit here for like a minute while I wait for an answer. But no, you found a place for Bubs? People who actually want to take him and take care of him and are willing to, you know, do all the things that he needs? Oh. Oh. Can I put a cat to sleep? Yeah, I can! We're just gonna say, fuck that cat. Immediately. Right away. That's so... I'm very happy for you. That's very good. I hope he is able to work out all that energy he has. Oh, that's awesome. Dragon. Dragon. Okay. But yeah, congrats! Also, yeah, like I said, very happy for him, too. Good. It'll be the best for both of you. From what we've talked about. Can I... It's like not much I can do right now. I guess I can summon some more, or I can summon phantoms. Actually properly summon phantoms. And then get them to hang out down here.
My lord.
Can you... Alright, let's go, dragon. I should wait, but I'm not gonna.
My lord.
I just end up, okay, so, initial thought, I need, like, an army to keep not Opalnaria's, Margarita's stupid sorcery factory up there taken care of. No. Okay, I thought there was a Grimalkin in there. It's just skull mages. It's fine.
My lord.
You know what? No, actually,
My lord.
we're gonna put them here. And then have them, well, as soon as they're, okay, yeah. Y'all go here, and then we'll have them bounce back and forth. It'll be great. It'll be great. Don't even worry about it. Jody, thank you for the bubble and the contribution to the reading stream. We're getting real close. We're getting real close to it. Fruity, thank you for the contribution as well. What was that? Oh, those boys are fast. Why are they so quick? There's so many bubbles. We're about halfway there, and I think we've got like 13 days left on it. People gotta start donating more. Hey. This would be the one time that I end up like overestimating our abilities. I figured it would work. Apparently I was wrong. Can we... I mean, it's just a... Is it a war if it's just you guys trying to fund a stream? That's my dragon. Okay, I panicked for a second. It's fine. Okay, dragon, go over there. Start heading down that way so that we can handle this situation. Please. Please. That dragon's not doing too hot. Oh. Oh. Oh, that dragon's definitely gonna die. Please, dragon. You were doing okay. And then you weren't. Stop hurting my boy. This is upsetting. Please. No, I think you're the only one who really actually cares about the bubbles. The blowing bubbles. No! Fucking hell!
This isn't right.
Okay, so those first two dragons that I summon have to go up to Margarita's corner. They gotta. I hate this. This is the dumbest level. This is the stupidest level.
Shining star.
Absolutely useless. If I can... Maybe I just have to put it... I gotta put... Alright, you and Travis are the only ones who care about it. I appreciate the attempt to get people to engage. You know what? Let's do...
I grant you the sunrise.
defend there.
Shining star with the sunrise. I grant your wish. With the
I need you to
sunrise.
go lower, please.
I grant your wish.
This is not bonus content. This is main game. This is what we gotta do for the main game. And I am salty about it. Yeah, I can't skip this. I'm gonna try one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll lower the difficulty a little bit. But it's not going great. I can... we'll put it here. Okay, we'll do this. I think, was he really your friend, or, did he just want to show up and get out? Stop, stop, stop! Fucking cats, though! Are you guys actually gonna attack, or are you just gonna walk up there? I think you're just gonna walk up there. Hate, 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 hate. Cataclysm just likes to give you things and then take it away from you. Meet shield friends, then. Get 'em, boys! Get 'em, boys! Okay. Knowledge is half the battle. I would like, if I may, to take you on a strange journey. I don't like that my demons stop patrolling after they've attacked something. That's a little obnoxious. But, you know, it is what it is. I just need more mana at all times. Alright. More mana, always. So that I can... I'm not gonna get there in time. He's gonna put it to sleep before... Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. That's great. Love that for us. I just need... I need them to stop constantly attacking me from all directions. Really. More than anything. That's what I would like. Dragon. Hey, dragon. No, I think if I can get enough... If I can get enough phantoms, I can make my way up here and then just have them crowd control the entire time. Right? Not Fat Cat, only Grimalkins. Jesus! Okay, no, I gotta get that dragon up there. Dragon has to go up here. Are there any runes in this area? Yes, there's the one. This is bad! This is bad!
Shining star, shining star.
I hate this. genuinely hate this.
My lord, my lord.
Go take care of that cat before he stops our dragon. Get the cat before he stops the dragon. He's gonna stop our dragon. Fucking great! Love it!
My lord. I swear by my soul.
Oh,
Shining star.
I dislike this level. A lot. I really dislike this level. Oh, you're out of stock. Okay, cool. I love that. I love it when you don't refill your own bullets. Please! Do something!
This isn't right. I only
What do you mean demon's too large?
and killed. Oh. If
There's
you
just too
did it-
many of them. There's just too many of Margarita's stupid fucking runes. She's not even my target, and I can't kill any of her runes either. I'm supposed to take out Opalnaria's shit. But to do that, I have to stop Margarita from destroying everything of mine.
Shining star. With the sunrise.
I can't attack any of her runes. None of them. They're all off limits. And it's extremely unfortunate. Because, like, I would hover over one of hers and it just would, like, not let me target it at all. We're gonna take her over here. Yeah, it's not great. By far, it's not fantastic. Yeah. We're not happy about it. That's for certain. Let's put that there. Let's also... Can't summon it yet. I just don't have near enough time. This gives us to stop the swarms of demons are the ones that need constant micromanagement. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah! Yes, actually, yeah. That is correct. You are not wrong. I just, yeah, it's like... The phantoms are great, and I need them.
I grant your wish.
But it takes so long for me to, like, get to summoning them. They don't even attack all the time. Like, I've been telling them to attack, and they'll just go over there and then stand there and just stare. Opalnaria is not even the one who's fucking me up. That's the other issue. It's Margarita and her stupid frog. I am annoyed with this level. It's a bad level. They're making it very difficult to do anything. Because, yeah, it's like by the time I can get a dragon, and it's not... Maybe we'll just put dragons on hold for a minute. We'll put dragons on hold for a minute. We'll just start getting phantoms, and then I'll take them up, and we'll fuck them up. But if I take a dragon up there, then that would resolve a lot of the issues much quicker. And that would be great. Would love that. choices, decisions. No, we're gonna take a dragon up. Yeah, no, the cats are a problem. The cats are a big problem. If I can manage to get 2 dragons in a single go, then I can take them up, slightly stagger them, and just have the one just eat up all of the Grimalkin attacks. But then if I wait, then they're gonna summon more, so then it's like, do I bite a bullet and go up now? Or do I wait and get decimated? No matter what I do, I'm gonna get decimated. And that's part of the problem I'm having. You see? No, we're gonna take a dragon and we're gonna run up there. That's what we're gonna do. I mean, I can... See, they're already here! They're already showing up! Okay, it's just little guys, though. If I can... That first run we did so well, and then it was the 15-minute mark that, like, made it all go downhill. If I can somehow manage to get 3 dragons... Thinking. We're thinking. No, go there. See, and he's already stopped patrolling because he went and attacked something. Don't stop patrolling. Be like the Phantoms. Continue to patrol after you've done a murder. Please. Can I get a can we get 3 dragons? If I can get 3 dragons and clear out a lot of the stuff, then I can take up some Phantoms and have them patrol up there and keep Margarita's shit sort of under control. Is my line of thinking right now. Dig. And then, depending on how my dragons are, I might be able to take them through the rest, well, not the rest of the area. I'm definitely gonna have to, like, summon more at a point, but that might help control some of Margarita's nonsense. So start summoning Phantoms. Oh boy.
My lord, I swear by my soul.
Oh boy. Okay, this is fine. We can work with this.
My lord, it's my honor.
Yeah, we're getting towards the end of the game, which is one reason why the levels are getting as ridiculous as they are.
Shining star.
But oh boy, I would like for it to not be quite so ridiculous.
My lord,
You know how it is.
swear by my soul.
Okay, can we... They're all awake
My
again.
lord, I swear by my soul.
Basically. What are we gonna do after front mission in GrimGrimoire, though? What's gonna happen?
My lord, I swear by my soul.
Okay, I'm gonna wait until... No, I'm not gonna wait, actually. We're gonna start sending these kids up here! Make it happen. Look at them go! Yeah, I need to figure out what we're gonna do for an afternoon game after this. I mean, like, I've got lots that we can check out, but it's just a matter of, like, figuring out which one to do next. Kill him. Make him dead. Oh, our poor sleepy boy. Stop!
My lord.
Okay, this is fine. It's not fine. It's not fine. It's not actually fine. Ooh, ooh, Dragon Boy.
My lord.
Kill them.
My honor.
Get him.
Swear by my soul.
Alright, one of our dragons is gonna get got.
I swear by my soul.
Don't love that for us.
I swear by my soul.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that she was gonna be doing some Yuppie Psycho. It's a good game. It's a very good game. No, 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 don't do that, don't do that, don't do that.
It's my honor. It's my honor. I swear
I don't want them to actually take out her rooms. Why are they attacking that?
by my soul.
I'm very concerned that if they destroy that, that I'm gonna lose.
Swear by my soul.
Stop! Stop attacking it!
Swear by my soul. I swear by my soul.
Okay, okay, alright, look. I don't want to try it! I don't want to waste the 10 minutes that we've been here! Please!
My lord.
I mean, she absolutely 100% deserves it. Big agree there, but like...
My lord. I swear by my soul.
I'm scared! Fucking hell!
I swear by my soul.
Okay, okay, alright, look here.
My lord. My lord. It's my honor. I swear by my soul. My lord.
Can you stop? Can they stop? I need them to stop. No, that's a fair point. Again, I'm just scared that if I, like, attack any of her rooms and manage to destroy them, then it's gonna be bad. But also, if I can, like... Oh my god!
My lord. It's my honor.
Stop! Stop! Why is this imp so fucking quick? Well, there go all my dragons. Yep, nope, I can't destroy any of her runes. I'm not allowed to destroy any of them. This is fucking insane. No, it's not worth it to find out. I've spent an hour on this fucking level. I hate it. I hate this. I hate this.
Is it?
I hate this.
Oh, if you.
All right.
All right,
Now
we're moving.
concentrate.
We're moving down to easy level because like that's unmanageable. Cannot do it in the amount of time that they want me to do it in. Right? Right? No, but this time they were very explicit about protecting her runes, despite the fact that she's trying to kill me. I am upset. It's fine. I just I don't know what they want me to do, and their hints aren't particularly helpful either. It's fine. It's just frustrating. Like, I don't want to, I don't like it.
Shining star.
This shouldn't be as difficult as it's being. But it is. And that's obnoxious. So I think what I'm gonna do... Let's take a second.
Bees?
Bees. I'm gonna... We're gonna Titania rune up. We're gonna get Morning Stars. I'm just gonna protect the whole upper... This whole upper section with a couple of dragons and some phantoms. I'm gonna come back to this level at some point on the normal difficulty, and I'm gonna beat it.
Shining star.
It's gonna happen. Until then, though, I'm just gonna be salty about how stupid this is. Oh, boy. It's fine. Okay, that's going...
It's about time. I shall obey.
I don't know why I'm even making you patrol. It's not like you're gonna do it. I just want to be done with this level. I just want to move on. That's all. Please.
Shining star. I grant your wish. I grant your sunrise.
Let's go ahead and start ruining their day. Level that up. Can't do any more levels on that one. Ha! They can't attack me from up here. Oh, never mind. Yes, they can.
I grant your wish.
Okay, but can you...
Grant your wish.
Okay, she's dead. That's cool.
Shining star.
That's great. They're dead. Cool. Why are they like this? Why are they like this? No, 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 no. Attack the cat. No, attack the cat. Idiots. Oh my god. Alright, well, everyone's dead already. So that's cool. Go to sleep. Get out of here. Please. Come on. This is supposed to be the easier level. Game, please.
My lord, I swear by my soul.
Shining star.
This is great. I love this. Dragon, are you gonna do anything, or are you just gonna stand there? Okay. That's cool. Love that. Love that for us. You know what? Fuck it. Just start going down there. Just start going down there. Just go do the thing. Oh boy.
Shining star.
Why is everything so squishy? Why are these things so slow? Why is everything so bad? Yeah, I know I don't have enough mana. Can I maybe get enough mana to have the thing that I need? My god. There's a lot going on down here. There's a lot happening everywhere, and I don't have near enough mana to do anything about anything.
Jeez.
Dragon, can you move? Hey, Dragon. I need you to start taking out these runes, okay?
Shining star.
Go here.
I grant your wish with the sunrise. I grant your wish.
What is happening? Okay. Now that we've vaguely recovered from that terrible situation, we've not recovered from that. They're coming at us again. Fuck. Please. Dragon, do it good. Make it happen. Good job, Dragon. Now come over here. You don't need to worry about that totem at all.
My lord.
Yikes. Yikes, 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 yikes. Please. I would love to have another dragon, maybe. Cool. Cool. Love it.
Shining star.
I just don't get why they made Margarita so ridiculously powerful in the other one. I get wanting to have, like... wanting to make it a little more difficult. But at the same time, I can't plan if, like, my shit gets, like, wrecked constantly, you know? You dig? And not being able to destroy any of her runes, garbage.
My lord. I swear by my soul.
Go, dragon, go! Destroy everything, please.
My lord. I swear by my soul. My lord. My lord. It's my honor. My
Another
lord.
dragon? Another dragon.
My lord. I swear by my soul.
And the fact that she's already got, like, ridiculously powered up demons and, like, all of her runes are at max. Unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. Go restart that one, please. Go make that mining farm a thing again. Thanks.
My lord.
You know what? They're just hanging out there. They can just continue to hang out there. Oof. Try and go do the thing. Okay, okay.
It's my honor.
I think once we beat this level, we're gonna be done with stream. It's probably gonna take us the better part of a half hour to do this, so let's go. Oof.
My lord. It's my honor. My lord. It's my honor.
So let's put them here,
Soul.
and then wait, you're making an eggie in a basket? What? What? I get...
My lord. I
Put
swear
him
by my
here.
soul.
One more dragon, for good measure.
My lord. It's my honor. My lord. It's my honor.
Oh, fried egg and toast! I see, I understand. Good stuff, good stuff. Here for it. Alright. Alright.
Shining star.
Should I... I should leave them there. You know what? No. I just want to be done. Let's go ahead and take the girls out. Extremely rude level. I'm tired and annoyed, and I would like to be done. Let's be done.
With the sunrise.
gonna actually attack, or, what are you doing? Make their way over there. Gonna constantly make sure that these stupid ghosts have dumb bullets. The plan is for Vampire tonight, yeah. Hold on, what is happening up here? What is happening up here? No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Hey, no. Hey, no. Hey. I need you to come back down here. Okay? Yeah, plan is to do Vampire tonight. I'm gonna test it out, see if it's going to work for us. And then we'll go from there and see what happens. I'm hoping that it will be fine. I really enjoyed it as well. I was very interested. It was cool. I just need it to work. It just needs to work. Hey, it just needs to work. More vampire science. I'm concerned. I'm scared for our science. Dragons.
Shining star.
Okay.
I grant your wish.
Do the thing.
Teacher, I'm sorry.
Fucking finally. Okay, when I said better part of an hour, I meant 5 minutes. What do we got? I think I need to start using some of the other runes, because we are getting all these like attack and defense stuff up for like the schools as a whole. I'm gonna try and figure out how to do that other level on the normal difficulty.
Get out of Margarita, or I'll hide the soul container where you'll never find it.
Oh, so dramatic.
And I'll know if you try to poison me.
Fine. Are you a state magician?
No, I'm just a normal student.
I'm just a... No, yes!
No,
Please.
Surely. What should I do now?
Get better friends,
He was the
Margarita.
Mage's toady. Don't worry, we're friends.
I mean, we're not.
I won't let you get burned.
Hate Margarita
Okay.
so much.
No, it's Miss Opalnaria. Hide.
Oh, she's still all sad about Chartreuse.
I hate to see you suffer like this.
Don't look. Please, leave.
And we got hot for
Miss
teacher
Opalnaria?
Hiram over here.
I've decided. To be sincere, I must be perfectly honest. Ever since I saw you at the palace court, I couldn't stop thinking about you.
Oh?
When Professor Gamel's emissary met with my mother, I leapt at that chance.
Oh?
I said it was to help her, but in truth, I had to know if it was just admiration. I am Hiram Courvoisier,
That's
the
a hell of a
Prince.
name.
and I swear to you my true love.
You are Her Majesty's son?
Oh, dang.
My royal status means nothing to me. The only thing of value to me right now is you who stands before me.
Please, don't stir my heart.
This does not make up for
You're young.
anything that has just
It's a
occurred.
passing whim.
It has felt like 1,000 years. If this is impulse, the world is but a dream.
Do you even know my real age?
Such a fancy boy.
I am a witch. I've lived for close to 100 years.
Don't treat me as a mere child. Look into my
The
eyes.
peasants I love.
Can you not see?
Also, Opalnaria over here looking really good for 100.
Mistress Luge, she has forbidden me to love students.
Then as of this moment, I resign from being your apprentice, my love.
Oh, shit.
Time. Please, give me time. That is all I can offer right now.
Now I get it.
Do you? Will it? Do you get it? Oh boy. All right. We're going to stop there though. level made me very salty. So salty. And I need to not for a little bit. It's fine. But yeah, plan is to do more vampire tonight. I'm gonna... Maybe that's what I'll do. Start troubleshooting that, see if I can get it to not crash on us or try and figure out why it was crashing. It shouldn't be too big of an issue. Because I don't think it was anything, like, disastrous. But I guess we'll find out. Alright, let's go ahead and get our raid messages going. And see who we got on. I think we just raided Chew the other day, but they're playing Yuppie Psycho, and I love that game. So should we go hang out with Chew? Let's go raid Chew. Check out some Yuppie Psycho. I don't know that they've played it before. So we'll start that. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Don't even worry about it. And I'll be back this evening with some more, with more vampire. Unless I'm not, but I'll let everyone know what's going on with that and keep y'all posted. So yeah, until then, take care of yourselves. Don't get mad at games like I have. It'll be great. See y'all later.